Let's Talk Sports Show.
Planet Earth as tits. I am Chance Del Fuego. With me is Stephen Mann. Big Paul is on assignment. Where is he on assignment? Nobody knows. Why in the world am I the only person around here who doesn't get an assignment? I want an assignment. Or maybe I don't. Sometimes these assignments don't work out.
You are our anchor.
I don't know.
Okay, well, if you're going to go
we
off...
could have a guest anchor.
If you're going to go off Drunk Tim's track record...
Yeah, I would do the hard journalism, you know?
Wait, didn't you go on a special assignment before? Or did you just for the Black Cat incident? Or did you just send Tim to do that stuff?
For the Black Cat?
Yeah.
No, that was a Special K report, I believe.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember that.
Yeah, he was able to unveil how Jerry Jones had this big scheme, and it worked out pretty well for the Dallas Cowboys at that time. But, yeah. So, let's see. Did we get a notification on Facebook?
Awesome. Both at the same time. It was a really good time.
Well, good. Maybe this is just running really slow. We are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits. We are coming to you live from the On the Border Studios here in Oklahoma. And it is a absolutely beautiful day.
Cool.
No.
When I was coming in, when they merge.
Was it a meth bonfire?
I don't.
It was huge. Well, good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Huge.
Oh, we got our little soundy sound. This is so cute. We just got our little soundy sound right now. Okay. Fantastic. Sorry. I'm back with us now. I just want to make sure. I get nervous about these things now. We don't have Big Paul today, so we're going to be talking some sports today. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
We're still idiots.
We've got multiple things going on. We want you to be looking out for our taco truck review. Did you catch the taco truck review from this last week?
Yeah, well, yeah. Someone didn't even have tacos. They had a whole burrito.
I thought we'd mix it up, kind of give a little bit of, if you're not into tacos, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, good stuff. Now, here's some behind-the-scenes stuff. Here's some just real quick, behind-the-scenes stuff. A lot of times I can handle, like, spicy stuff. And it's always in those moments where you get humbled. They had the full pepper in there that was fried. Yeah. And I was like, and he's like, I don't know why we didn't capture that on video.
Sweating.
I am. I'm just sweating. I'm just like, oh my God. It was bad.
Was that before or after you already did the take?
We had already done the take. We had already filmed it. And I was like, yeah. And typically I can knock out a pepper like that. But sometimes it's a mindset. If you prepare yourself for it, you're good. But if you don't...
I wish you had done that before you guys...
Oh, man, that would have been hilarious. Because I'm sitting there... Like, it gave me hiccups. It attacked me so bad. Anyway, so, yeah, El Taco Express was this last week. We'll have a new one this week coming up. Comes out to you every taco week. Last week we did the actress category. This week we're going to be talking about singers. Be looking for that video this week. That's coming up this week. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, click the bell, get notifications for all these videos that's coming up. All over the place. So, yeah, be looking out. Who do we think should be in the top 8 in singers? You'll have to wait, watch, and find out. So click that bell, get notified, get on board. We're doing things. And so
we had to make some surprising cuts.
It was a tough one as well. And then today we're going to be talking about Megan Rapinoe versus, am I even saying it right? Is it Rapinoe or Rapinoe? Versus Draymond Green. That's a thing. That's a Twitter issue this week. A little Twitter battle. Coming up, we're going to talk about Del Fuego's pick. Not to brag, I'm 3-0. I'm 3-0.
When it came to March Madness, you knew what you were talking about.
If you have not bet your house yet, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, you're the one making poor life decisions now.
No, you could build a community at this point with the information I've given you thus far. Okay? Just saying. But yeah, my pick is coming up later on in the show. Let's see. We're going to talk about what do you do with a kid that accidentally shows up with 260 grams of cocaine to school in his backpack? I'm sure she packed the bag. We'll talk about that coming up. Yeah, sometimes you get the backpack.
Lunch, Mom.
Sometimes you get the backpack the wrong. Come back. Anyway.
She went to the deal, opened up the bag. I was like, shit, it's all my kids' books.
Oh, I don't want to read. Where is my... Anyway.
Like, is this a joke to us?
God damn it. Smuggling ain't easy. I think it was...
It's hard out here for a smuggler.
Yeah.
It's hard out here for a donkey.
I don't know who said smuggling ain't easy, but somebody said it.
It's the Mule. You ever seen the movie, The Mule, with Clint Eastwood?
I want to see it.
No, but I want to. That's
Yeah.
one of those that I've missed out on that I haven't seen. I want to see
It's
it.
a pretty good movie. It's not bad.
That sounds, it looked great then. Sounds.
Black truck, because no one suspected him. So
How great was he in Gran Torino? Sorry.
Great movie. Gran Torino's a great movie. Oh my goodness, that's a must. I've actually seen that movie, surprisingly.
That's one of the reasons why I want to see The Mule so bad. It's like,
The Mule's not as good as Gran Torino, I will say that.
yeah, but
You gotta love those movies.
oh yeah, like Denzel.
Yeah, I like
No.
I like old indie badass movies. It's great.
Coming in and ding, 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 ding. I'll figure it out. Cap, you're all dead. We may talk about unwritten rules. Or are they becoming less around or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say? But it's baseball, so we may or may not talk about it. Just depends on time and if we feel like it,
Yeah,
Because sports, baseball, who gives a shit?
I do.
I know it's like opening season, like April and shit. But he's up to, I think it's 22 allegations now.
He's up to no good.
He's up to some Cosby numbers. So,
Well, it's still a ways
without
to
the
go.
roofing, without the roofing, we'll dig.
Wow, he didn't even juice up. That's crazy.
No, I think he just. Anyway, yeah, they saw the commercial with the TV lawyer or something like, have you been a part of Deshaun Watson's dick? You can join this class action dick suit. What would a dick suit look like? Would it be a 3-piece or just a onesie?
I feel like it'd definitely be a onesie, because I'm pretty sure that's used for protection.
Yeah, no, if you do a 3-piece dick suit, that's tough. It's already difficult enough to do a onesie.
That's a commitment.
Am I wrong?
That's a commitment at a point if you're doing a 3-piece.
Yeah,
What the fuck are we talking about?
3-piece dick suit. Sorry, I'm not going to go any further with it. I just...
Take the necktie off.
That got weird.
Oh, yeah, you can't go well, you could go bow tie. Bow tie on a dick.
Yeah, classing it up a little bit.
No,
Bow
that's good.
ties.
Okay, now bow tie. Bow tie on a dick.
You go pinstripe or
Give us your thoughts. Bow tie on a dick. You like it? Maybe it's a good idea. You got a girlfriend? Check it out.
It's like a present.
The Bill Nye.
Bill. Global warming, like his dick's standing up for global warming, Our server is flying to Minnesota. There's a town in Minnesota where they are encouraging their citizens to call
First of all, dick move.
with the bow tie.
I wouldn't give it that much.
So yeah. Anyway, so that's potentially coming up. Founder of Neuralink says that there is tech already available to begin our very own Jurassic Park. So we could look into that. Just depends on time constraints, things like that. But
We were too
lots
busy
of-
asking how when we should have been asking why.
Yeah, I'm screwing up Jeff Goldblum's line there.
Yeah.
It's on. We'll call it Steven's Notes instead of Cliff Notes. Steven's Notes.
If only I knew a Cliff. Never mind.
Okay, and we are brought to you, of course,
Stevens,
by.
yeah, that's actually not a bad idea for a second.
Yeah.
You got your pick. I got
He
my
always had a way of explaining things to people to where they could understand. That was a terrible Forrest Gump.
Not awful. It
It
wasn't.
did kind of go into Bob Stoops a bit.
It wasn't awful like Forrest Gump though.
Oh, damn. So, Idiots Talk Sports. We are brought to you in part by Vampax today. Vampax, I need to let you know, they are our official sponsor, paying for Big Paul, Drunk Tim, and anyone else who decides to be on this show to go. We're waiting to hear back from all of these research opportunities that are coming up. But yeah, Vampax sponsor. We're going to 80 degrees today outside.
Ooh.
So, absolutely.
No cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky.
You can see the meth blockers easily.
Yeah, he's in the beginning stages.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
like, what does this taste like?
Exactly. He's like, I'm curious.
Ooh, meth curious?
Meth curious?
Yeah.
Curiously
Meth curious? Don't be. Before and after pictures, meth.
We're just seeing the before right now.
Right.
You know, I haven't.
The ending today, of course. Can't close this show out without a happy ending.
This is tits. Come on, we always have an happy ending.
Happy ending right at the end. So, okay. I didn't even mention this as a teaser, but in a recent interview, Kelly Clarkson talked about the fact that during one of her live performances, she had to basically poop shit in a trash can.
Kelly does not let anything
Now,
under.
she's one of those she'll over TMI, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Like,
Right, but
you know.
this apparently this is a thing that is like kind of common apparently in the performer. The performers usually end up having to urinate while they're on stage.
Bathroom's
So they
too far
literally,
away.
they literally just exit stage left just to take a shit.
They got to release it.
And you gotta hydrate.
You can't just be like, hey, time out, crowd, got to go pee. Even though we do that on this show.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have an in-betweener, like a little entertainer. Come on out, make them laugh while I pee. And then they come back and get right back into song. I don't know. Maybe there's an unwritten rule.
Bands have openers. Why can't they have like someone in the middle?
Yeah. She said she had to poop so bad during a show she used the nearest trash can and, quote, destroyed it.
I feel like you should not have said
Now,
that.
well, that's what she said.
Well, no, I'm saying,
literally.
no, I'm telling that to her.
Oh, well.
You didn't have to tell me that you destroyed the trash can.
Yeah, she was in an arena she had, and she ended up running backstage to, quote, destroy the trash can. Right.
Who's
Yeah.
Clint Black?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Singer, country singer.
I'm in the wrong state.
Country singer.
I'm in the wrong state.
Dude,
He's before your time.
Clint Black. Did you just ask who Clint Black is?
Yeah.
Shame.
There's not even time. There's
Can
not
you-
even
okay,
time on this show
what's
to
his-
fully
What's
shame
his,
him properly
what's his
for that.
biggest hit?
Not that we're that much. into
You're so
country.
full of shit. You are so full of it.
No.
Oh my gosh. You're trying to get on me.
Oh, I'm supposed to say one hit by Clint Black? He's got so many. Are you kidding me?
Tell me
It's
what.
fucking Clint. Am
Or
I not?
yes, it is.
Did I just?
I.
That might be George Strait, but Clint Black, dude. Clint Black, he's straight up saying he's saying "Gangsta's Paradise."
Blue Sweet.
I think
Let's-
I made my point.
Whatever.
You
Divert the reality.
The guy.
We've heard of the guy,
You get on to me as if I should.
right? Am I right? How many of us have not peed on stage?
I don't know if I've ever even been on a stage to pee on.
Peed on stage.
He's talking about-
destroyed a trash can with shit. Not really on the same level.
It's not, and I think she took it next level. It was like, oh, Kelly.
Horrible, and her destroying the trash can.
If she would have known about Shatner panties at the time, she could have been a spokesperson. We
she
could have
shat in her panties.
raised it. We could have raised the level of awareness. But
This is a common problem, and Shatner Panties is here to fix that.
they
Our
apparently.
official panties, the official panties of tits.
Yeah.
Which, like,
So-
Jaeger is the official liquor of tits.
Trash can.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was Curry.
Okay. All right. So you went. So Thai. You think Thai food?
India.
Panda. Some Panda Express.
Whatever Big Paul likes.
Big Paul, that was a shot. Yeah. Yeah, we're all just shit in a trash can. Nihilism. That's what Steven just said. I'm interpreting for him. He's too nice to say it, but that's what he's saying. Yeah. I got your curry in this trash can. It went through Kelly Clarkson. Nihilism. Right?
You said it perfectly. Hit it right on the nose.
That's right. Anyway.
Kelly Clarkson's great. Every time I see her in interviews like that, she's
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. This is one of those things when you do the interview and she admits to this. There's that part of you like TMI, but at the same time you're like, this is why I'm even talking about it. It's just kind
Endearing.
of like it's kind of endearing. It's like, oh my god,
it's Kelly being Kelly.
oh, she just admitted that. Bless her heart. Like, gosh,
Kelly shits too.
Kelly shits too.
Kelly shits.
She's one
on
of us.
stage.
She's one of us.
Yeah.
Who hasn't
Most girls
shit?
don't shit though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, girls don't take shit.
Act like it.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if
It's like, I destroyed that bit.
They're all constantly smelling it like they've got that, like
I
they
just
smell it
need
type
to
of face.
fart.
Yeah, like, damn, just let it go, girl. Let it go. Now, the opening photo was just a quick mention, Khloe Kardashian, right? She was body shamed this week. Some pictures had gone out where they had not been manipulated, and there was a little bit of some body shaming of Khloe. And so she got on Instagram.
had to prove all the haters wrong.
Had to prove all the haters wrong, and that's actually the photo she put out in front of a mirror live, just to know, so the people knew that she wasn't all made up.
Well,
and,
it wasn't a photo; it was a video.
So the lesson
she
is
jumps.
body shame women and they'll show more of their body.
yeah, body shame women, and they'll show more of their body. There you go. That's the lesson this
That's
week.
good thinking on Chloe's part. Great, good thinking.
I don't think most women think that way, but if you're a Kardashian, you do.
The other Kardashian.
No, the other Kardashian. Yeah.
I think they're both the other Kardashian.
It's true. So
It's sad.
it's sad.
They have a lot to bring to the table.
Do what?
They have a lot to bring to the table.
The Kardashians?
Sure, why not?
Well, they were hoping the White House if Kanye would have gotten in.
Well, that's no longer a thing either.
I know. The whole thing just blew up.
Yeah.
Actually, there's reports that some of that was part of the split up was because he was running for office, that kind of was a way. I'm sure there's way more
I feel
to
like
it than that.
Kim would love to have been a first lady.
Yeah.
Could have other causes.
I was going to say, I wonder what her cause would be. Her number one.
She literally slept her way to the top. Because that's how she's famous.
Yeah. Something. Department of something.
Ray J's dick was the ladder that got her to the top. It was one of the rungs on the ladder, you know? Like, it was one dick at a time. She was just climbing and climbing and climbing.
Yeah. Man.
Oh my gosh. Almost said something.
Is it just bad luck when your kid shows up to school with 260 grams of cocaine in his backpack?
I don't think luck is involved in 260.
Or just pure idiocy?
I'll go with that.
We call ourselves idiots, but there are those. In life,
There are more people that are more
idiotic
than us.
Yeah, yeah. Woman is charged, not the kid, just to be fair. Woman is charged after her child shows up to school with 260 grams of cocaine. This is in North Carolina, people. She was busted on drug trafficking charges. Yeah.
Busted herself.
50 grams in a large quantity? I don't know the metric system. How many grams to pounds and ounces? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
I feel like
Judging from the pictures of the bags, it looks like it was quite a bit.
I'm saying, like, maybe you shouldn't have
To label the
just don't have
bag.
the same bag.
Cocaine bag.
Drugs.
Get your Sharpie out. Damn it! I gave him the cocaine bag. Yeah, over 260 grams of the cocaine was found inside the kid's bag this past Tuesday at Trent Park Elementary School. According to the Craven County Sheriff's Office, the discovery led to the arrest of 27-year-old Sheree Becton. Authorities session with intent to... I mean, you're not really abusing the child, are you?
Yeah.
Why? Because they got to carry all those pounds on their back?
It's a lot of cocaine to have to carry around.
Yeah.
It's a lot on their back.
Gives them some pep in the
And,
step.
you know, the fact...
Sport bag, that doesn't look like that's heavy. I don't think... How big is this kid? How big is this fucking kid? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not that heavy.
Not bad.
That kid... Let's see here.
It's
Yeah.
probably what's been going on.
I mean, that's probably
Kids
why.
walking around with it in the backpack.
It's
That's
a pretty
covered.
dirty backpack, though.
Yeah, it's the...
You've got to be organized. If you're going to get into the smuggling game, cocaine in your kid's backpack that he carries. She's 27. How old is this kid? But,
Yeah, when they go to the mom, is she like, that's not mine. That was in his backpack.
right. Turns out 260 grams, in case you're wondering, is about $30,000 worth of cocaine. So that's what you're hoping to sell that for.
That's...
Street value.
Yeah, and sometimes it's tough. Depending on, it's an elementary school, so we know that there's a range of age here between what, 5, 10, 5, 9, 5 to 9, 5 to 10 age.
Probably only got a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another lesson. So just trying to teach people out there, you know?
Maybe there was like a teacher that needed it. No, wait, never mind. Teacher salary? There's no way.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to know, did the kid know there was cocaine in that backpack? And why? Or was it like show and tell day? You know?
My mommy's work.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, too.
Did everybody bring a snack?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. Start lacing the sandwiches, you know? Get a snack pack, get one of those the pudding deal, just lace it with...
How hyper are elementary school kids on coke?
The cafeteria chaperone on that one. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, and how does the teacher immediately know it's cocaine? Or does how many grams were initially in that bag? They found 260.
Yeah, it's an oddly specific amount, 260. I feel like it had to be rounded up.
I wonder if it was originally 300. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was 300 grams. Where'd the other 40 go? The teacher's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm the one who found it. But yeah, just saying. So, no word in on
It's like I don't do cocaine. It's like how
what
it's,
child services and mommy shaming or whatever happens there.
what?
Did they do that? No.
That was a long pause. It's like I never even heard of this. Why are you even bringing this up?
Mommy. Anyway, we are the Idiots Talk Sports. It's that time of the show where I need to let you know that we are, in fact, brought to you in part by paying for special. What I was about to call him Special Paul. That's not Big Paul.
Special assignment.
Special Paul would be like the movie Multiplicity if you made a copy of a copy. Like if you made another copy of Big Paul, it would be Special Paul.
So
anyway,
is that a movie I should have seen?
Multiplicity?
Never heard of it. When was it made? 80s? Sounds like an 80s movie.
It's not an 80s movie. It
What
was made in the 90s,
Why'd you
okay?
get a-
It's funny. Watch it.
I like Michael Keaton.
Whatever.
Well, is this pre or post Batman Michael Keaton?
This is post Batman Michael Keaton.
Okay. He gets a little crazy in that movie.
He's a crazy dude.
Yeah.
That's part of his. He's got that. Even if he's being calm, he does a great job of having that inner crazy. Like, don't let this as that works at Bed Bath & Beyond on the side as a manager. You see some craziness
And
in
he
that
can't
guy.
stop quoting TLC.
He can't stop quoting TLC. Even that guy.
I love that movie so much.
But I need to let you know we are brought to you in part by Vampax. At Vampax, we are dedicated to reducing waste in every way possible. Not only do feminine hygiene products destroy sewer systems and take forever to biodegrade, but think about all of the life-giving blood that has completely gone to waste. Well, those are all problems of the past, thanks to Vampax. The blood from your vagina could actually save a life. It's pretty simple. You use our patented Vampon. You suck it out using our patented Vamcume.
Yeah.
And it's stored in our own. It has a prepaid return label. Seal it, mail it. It's that easy. Just listen to some of our randomly selected well. My wife uses this and it works like a champ. Naturally, I was curious, so I stuck my penis in it.
course you did.
Great. Ratu from New York City asks, women are turned on by my Romanian accent. That I'm not turned on by my Romanian accent. They always ask, where are you from? To which I respond, New York City. Because trust me when I say there isn't a lot of that is interesting about Romania. That is until Vampax. Now my home country is really on the map. Strangely, Romania is full of odd customs like the collection of blood from one's vagina. I've never found that women in New York City are turned on. From Denver, you're welcome. Big Paul's gonna get the biggest laugh out of that whole damn thing right now. That's what he was going for, was me doing that accent.
And he got it.
He got it.
Here you go. There you go.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Ted from Denver says, my boyfriend George was really freaked out when I spread vagina blood on my crotch to demonstrate how gross breeders are of Vampax, which I'm sure is a great company and all. Naturally, I wanted to see if I could contribute. But how could I? I have no vagina? Then it hit me. George is so well endowed, he causes excessive post-intercourt anal bleeding. I thought to myself, bingo. I just bagged it up and sent it in, and I've never had it returned. So it must be saving somebody's life. Active version. You know, someone that I could talk to one day, he would thank me, and I would say, don't thank me. Thank George. He's the one who made my asshole bleed. Vampax. We suck. Vampax. You know, should we interview our sponsors before we let them?
An amazing show.
Yeah, like it seems it almost we're almost giving this vibe like we just let anybody on this damn show. I think the term is slutty.
Whorish.
We're corporate
Yes.
whores.
Whorish.
Yeah, yeah.
Vampax Corporation.
So China, if you want to talk, you can reach me at Chance Del Fuego.
We're nothing but money sluts.
Just feeling a little money slutty today.
Money slutty?
Money slutty. Vampax. Oh, wow. All right. So, blood from a man's butthole. That's what we've talked about today.
Where did that come
This
from?
is from the
That's
sponsors.
what I just said.
I don't know. Speaking of bloody butthole,
Go on.
Draymond Green got into it this week on Twitter with Megan Rapinoe.
Whose butthole's bloody?
I think if anything's been bloody and it can, like, he does a lot of dick kicking.
This day, because I'm a complete misogynist, was equal pay opportunity, whatever day, whatever the shit.
Oh, I must be a misogynist too, because I had no idea that was even a thing this week.
Well, we're men. Like, who, like, yeah.
We
like,
should care about women's issues.
Well,
Come
we,
on.
look. Anyway, that day was this past week. Biden was signing off on equal pay day, blah, blah, blah. Well, Draymond had a couple argument against what Megan Rapinoe and like the women's U.S. soccer team, supposedly they're 100% all on board as a team on this deal. They're like, well, we want more pay. We just said, well, we want more sponsorship. We want more pay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, right?
I mean, it's easy to take
But
up
are we
the
worth it?
side of like, yeah, I
it's
like
easy
more
to
money.
say that. It's like, yeah, I'd like a Porsche, or I'd like a Tesla, you know. But you mean no one's just handing it to me? What's the deal? Anyway, so Draymond, I'm actually trying to buy time here. I'm trying to find his actual I don't want to put words in his mouth. I want to say exactly what he said because it was intelligent. He didn't come out and bash or name call. It's an argument to be made. It's something that we could talk about on the show. I don't want to get too deep and philosophical or whatever with the thing, but you know, it's a discussion. It involves sports, and they say there's a wage pay gap in America, men and women. And I think when you talk about sports and when you talk about corporations like working, that's just a quick first take. You know, if you're talking about somebody that's randomly coming out of college and getting a job, as opposed to aren't always just, I just got out of a college with degree, and so you should pay me this certain amount. It's not that
Oddly
cut and dry.
enough, like why men get paid more than women in athletics, at least, it has nothing. It's the way I look at it. It almost has nothing to do that men may be better at a sport than a woman. It has nothing to do with that. Oddly enough, it's just men draw more money than women.
Well, we could talk about that in
That's
just a moment.
like-
Maybe reason. If they know, look,
Chicken or the egg?
right, if you're watching the Olympics,
No.
well, maybe that's not a great comparison, but if you're watching the best of the amateur hour, I'm not trying to make.
I know you're not. And then, like,
You don't want to watch things like dunk that can make dramatic shots that on a consistent basis, that can make great moves, or on an athleticism level that we are not.
You're watching professional sports to see someone at the peak of their skill.
Right.
Right. And you want to see the best skill possible, which is the way it is. But it's the same, like, but that just draws more eyes, more attention, more money, more sponsorships.
All right.
That's what it is. So if you can find some way to draw an audience to your of money that you haven't earned, you've earned money, just not as much as someone else.
Right.
The money you've gotten, you've earned completely. But if you want more,
Draymond said, series of tweets, Draymond said, as long as y'all make the argument about pay while the revenue stays the same, they will continue to point at the revenue not being high enough to cover bigger salaries. While that is true in damn near every business, how do we take that card out of their pockets? That's the key to changing the pay. There's no argument for lack of revenue unless you make those that say that they stand for women actually stand up. Those are quotes. That's what Draymond. He's not even going hardcore against. He's actually saying, look, you need to. Hell, he's almost in between. He's saying these people, these companies, basically, they need to. Are they really for you or are they not for you?
are they just in it for the publicity? Because that's probably what it is.
Draymond also adds, he says the NBA wasn't always the global game that it is today. It wasn't always driving as much revenue as it does now, or stories, and building up the interest in the players. That's how the game took off. Who's building up y'all platform? That's how you know this is in quotes. Who's telling the individual stories of how great y'all are? Tagged a lot of the women's athlete stars, not just the soccer players, but like WNBA stars.
This doesn't even sound like putting anyone down. I think he's tagging them to be like, hey,
Yeah.
get on it.
This is what you gotta do.
Yeah, get on it.
Yeah. And Rapinoe goes on about the Georgia shit. I do not want to get into that. So I'm going to backtrack to her response to Draymond, which is, let's see. She basically came right out. She said that it's frustrating. Let's see. That's frustrating that that's the take that you have. That's her response. You obviously showed your whole ass in not even understanding what we all talk about all the time. WNBA players and us on the national team. Stop. We're getting obnoxious to ourselves, to be honest, and then 2 or 3 days later to completely double down on it is really frustrating. We know all this about all social movements. All people are marginalized, whether it's race, gender, religion, sexuality, whatever it is. It is not just their job to be the ones fighting oppression. We need all of the other people as well. So to have someone who does know what it is like to be oppressed in many ways, to heap that all back on female players or people who play female sports, it's just really disappointing, is what her response. Oppressed, getting to play a sport.
Yeah.
How much does Megan Rapinoe make?
I have no idea, but it's more than I do.
It's probably more than all of us combined.
Yeah.
And she's so oppressed.
Well, and she doesn't even come from a tough background, by the way, either.
And she's like,
yeah.
well, it's an easier fix to look at yourself and fix something. You can't be looking at someone else and tell them what to do. Like, look at yourself and see what you can do. What can you control?
Yeah.
Don't be shoving on someone else.
You know, it would help if I read from my notes. They signed off White House with purple hair.
Good for
and
them. Good for them. Hey, you get to meet the president.
Draymond was
We're gonna
basically
value that.
blaming women for, quote, making complaints rather than taking action over disparities, which is fair. On in a different deal, this isn't with Draymond, but she goes on in a different interview or as part of her talk at the White House. The jersey that they wear represents equal pay fight, not U.S. soccer.
Okay.
Which is interesting to me because that just seems like a lack of proper focus and balance. Like you don't even understand what the jersey is that you're wearing. It's not about pride or nationality. You're fighting for, we want more pay.
Money.
Think about it on its basic level. We want more pay. We want more money. Yeah, we gotta work for you. We gotta go around and kick a ball. But we're not. I'm not. I just don't feel like we're making enough money, and I'm fighting for all the. Don't.
Do you know what would get you more money? If you won a lot more games.
No, they've won. Her case is they've won 4 in a row Olympic gold medals. The problem is, look.
What about how many World Cup?
They won the World Cup.
That's
It's
more prestigious.
It's not a problem with them winning. They're winning all over the place.
Oh, you're right. They have.
What's the level of competition? That's the thing. And so there was a thing I'd read off of a report that they had scrimmaged, and I scrimmaged a boys. It was I want to say they were 15 years old. Team.
How'd that go?
And they lost. I know it's a scrimmage. I want to be fact checked on this. I don't want to put this out as, but
Well, that's like the John McEnroe thing when he was discussing Serena Williams.
It is. Serena would not even be ranked in the top 100, and it's like, wait, what are you talking about? What is Serena's the greatest? It's like,
I think she had a match with a college player and she lost.
It's not.
But with women's tennis, the top of the game, they actually make really, really nice money. But
some of them make themselves pretty interesting
because of the draw for the other reasons besides just
exactly. Yeah, Serena Williams is the most dominant player of all time. If Serena Williams is on,
it's an individual story.
You want to watch. Serena
It's an
Williams.
individual story, and that's what Draymond's getting to.
Yeah.
It's not that the woman has to necessarily be better than the man to be interesting necessarily, but you still have to, at the end of the day, be interesting.
FC Dallas under 15 boys squad beat the U.S. women's national team in a scrimmage.
Yeah. 15
years.
In what way, gents?
The scrotum is still.
They still haven't dropped.
The balls haven't even dropped yet. And look, so don't say you still at the end of the day have to be interesting. It's not about necessarily at all times level of talent. And I think when Draymond brings up the early levels of NBA, that's what I want to take it back to. That's why I had written some notes on that. In the NBA, you realize back in the years of all time, one of the best point guards, or considered one of the best point guards of all time, Bob Cousy, had a second job.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm sorry, what? Bob Cousy, Boston Celtics, one of the top 50 players of all time, had a second job.
He literally changed the game of dribbling him by itself.
Because the NBA was not, let's see. Jeez. Chance, find your notes. So in the 60s, you're still making about as much as your median salary today as a basketball player. Your 70s, at the end of the 70s, you're making $35,000 average salary.
In the 70s?
70s.
Wow, there's a lot of good players in the 70s too.
Yeah.
Jay.
There's Dr. J. People made fun of a guy named David Thompson. I don't know if you heard of or remember David Thompson. David Thompson signed a $4 million deal, and at that time they were like, oh, the $4 million man. Now, I say $4 million, it was controversial.
$4 million?
$4 million. Everybody was calling him the $4 million man because it was such a big deal.
He wasn't even making $1 million a year.
He was making 800 and whatever thousand a year. And this is late 70s. And then the 80s, of course, it starts to pick up. So the NBA was faltering in the 70s. Some of the wages did go up because of they did have some competition from the ABA. And due to the ABA, they had to raise some salaries to keep the better players so that they didn't lose out. Is there somebody hot out here? Oh, we got some badunkadunk. Hang on.
Ooh, former Les Brew fans, I see.
Oh, she driving him. Shoot. Yeah, that is a Les Brew. Okay. So wherever I was. So NBA has got competition from the ABA, which raises salaries because they're trying to keep NBA is trying to keep the best players in their league so they don't lose. And of course, ABA loses players like contracts. They're not doing great. So what happens in the 80s? There's these two guys.
May have heard of them.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, who create interest. There's a rivalry. People are drawn in. People are taking sides. Do you realize their salaries? Right here on this one I'm holding, Magic Johnson's rookie season. Shoot, maybe more than that.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, Larry Bird's rookie season made more than Magic. You know, white privilege. Made $46.2 million. Let that sink in for a second. Over the entirety of his career, he made $46.2 million. We're talking about the guy that eventually somehow. Larry Bird, over the entirety of his career, made only $26.5 million. Celtics got a deal.
No kidding.
Wow.
Talk about two of the greatest players in basketball history, right? So average salaries have kind of slightly gone up. And then one event, just to further make my point, one event took place to make the NBA go from, yeah, we're doing okay, we're trying to survive, to we've now taken off and we're not ever looking back again. The Dream Team. The Dream Team goes to Barcelona. If you love or hate David Stern, this is where you have to love him. This is why the NBA is where it's at right now. Is David Stern got it global. The Dream Team made basketball global. Countries started to want to be like Mike. Countries when they went to the other countries, took it to the next level. You look at the average salaries post Dream Team, it skyrockets. People you've never even heard of made more money, took it global. It wasn't about man versus woman. It was because they became interesting, and
even the amount of money in different sports. Patrick Mahomes makes more in 1 year than these guys made in their whole career.
Exactly.
But because that sport has a
right.
much higher revenue and popularity.
Exactly.
Like, what is your draw? Because when I watch women's national soccer team, that's the only thing I think of. Oh, they're wanting more money. Yeah. That's not interesting at all. That's like you're a heel at that point. You're the villain.
That's like somebody walking.
All I think about when I watch you, and that makes me not want to watch you.
Bad taste.
Right.
If you were like,
did I just compare the women's national team to homeless people?
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
Got to the point where
nobody wants to hear Megan repeat.
She's got RBF. It's like we talked about with
wrestling. I get you have a cause, and it's good. That's actually there. Don't just be begging.
I know.
We haven't had like one of these episodes.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I think that's why he's for corporate content. That's just so.
Like in years.
Yeah.
Like when the NBA started, I'm pretty sure there's actually WNBA players.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever watched the WNBA.
Just one.
Just one. That very small school.
That's how it was at my kid's school.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it can be enjoyable to watch if you're good. So be good, please.
Just be good. Right now, myself. On a side note, being a stand-up comics on the side, I do the stand-up comedy. And so some of the advice that I always go by is be so good they can't ignore you.
Yeah.
That's Steve Martin advice. And so at that point, it's not about being a guy. It's not about being a girl. Nobody gives a shit. Do you go up and are you actually interesting? Do you make people laugh? That's just pinpointing another category. Are you interesting enough for when I go up on stage? I want to be that good to where people, it's more than just not bombing anymore. I want to be so good that people are like, man, I remember that guy. That guy was hilarious. Or I remember that stick he did. Or, I'm not going to give away my stuff. But I remember the thing he did with anyway. So, with the who and the huh. But it goes into all sorts of those kinds of things, whether it be a show or whatever. It's just, man, the struggle is real. The fight is there. You got to be, and yet so difficult all at the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're saying all this, but it's another thing to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
one of those hardest things ever.
So with that said, click, comment, subscribe. We need more followers. We need to be more interesting. Full circle. We have comment, subscribe, click the bell, follow Idiots Talk Sports. I'm kind of mad I'm not making Rogan money right now.
We need a fucking deal.
Shit. Yeah, we got Van Packs money right now. They suck. I mean, they say it in their slogan.
They very much. That's very
They
true.
suck.
We're not even slandering them.
No,
We're just quoting them.
Van Packs, they suck. I think it's time. I know we're a little short for time today. Every time we go out, we're short for time. And there's only so many hours in a day. But I need to give you.
Yes.
I'm 3-0.
Yeah. Trust me, you won't shut up about it. I know. Trust me. We all know.
I'm 3-0. March Madness, of course, is over, but I'm 3-0 in NCAA March Madness picks. And what's even cool about this, what's cooler about this, is not only am I 3-0, because typically 3-0, you're like, oh, you went against the spread. No, I went a step further. I didn't even go just against the spread. I chose the underdog all 3 times, and I didn't even choose them just against the spread. I said they're going to win that damn game. That happened all 3 times.
Every time.
That's like next level. You need to take out a loan for whatever they'll give you and then put it on whatever I tell you to put it on today. That's how, for sure. Is that just irresponsible?
Well, let's see if the momentum of the NCAA bracket can carry into
somewhere
the next
there's a
thing we're
guy.
about to do.
Yeah, somewhere there's a guy going on. Yeah, what did Del Fuego say, man? Maybe it's not like that.
If anyone would, it would be that guy.
It would be that guy.
It would be
He's
that
got
guy.
some dandruff. Maybe not in that spot anymore because he's just been the whole time. So 3-0. I did pick 3 underdogs in a row. They won outright. You're welcome, which included the national championship game. Congratulations, Baylor.
Big 12 won it. Oh, we'd even tease that, but yeah. That
Yeah,
was,
Big 12 won the thing.
that was
Wasn't
awesome.
even close.
Yeah, that was one.
Wasn't even close.
The undefeated team wasn't even a game.
Wasn't even a game.
Wasn't even a game.
Breezed right through the tournament. They were destroying everyone in the tournament. Talking about Baylor. Of the teams, Gonzaga was actually having a couple of struggles of their own. They just had a struggle against UCLA
Great game, by the way.
going into overtime. Great game.
Great game.
Baylor was flexing quietly. Nobody, oh God, they were flexing quietly.
Hey, Big 12 is good at basketball. What makes sense?
So now it is time for my pick. All right, here's the problem. I'm going to give you this pick, but there's not an official spread.
So you're just going to pick the winner?
I was telling Special K off camera. I'm going to tell you now. And I know that this is not official. It's like, oh yeah, people say stuff like that all the time. But here's a trend I've been noticing. Here's a trend that I've been picking. I've told Big Paul off air earlier in the week. Our very own Oklahoma City Thunder. Last week, I did pick the national championship game. I was super close to picking the Detroit Pistons at the Oklahoma City Thunder game. Detroit Pistons were favored at that time by 4.5. It actually lowered to 3.
I'm really glad I didn't watch that game.
But the Pistons were favored. That the Thunder have squashed the season. They have an all-star on their team, and they said, hey, would you mind just sitting on the bench the rest of the season, even though you're perfectly healthy? Horford. If you're struggling. Al Horford. If you're struggling.
All-star, but I don't think you mean all-star.
If you know the Thunder roster, you're a super duper fan. You should wear a cape.
I like one player on the Thunder roster.
Shea Gilgeous?
Yes.
Yeah, and rightfully so. But so I was noticing a trend, and I was like, I think Detroit's going to come into Oklahoma City, and I think they're going to cover that 4.5. Did they ever? They won 132 to 108.
Damn.
Quick math, that's 24 points. They won by 24. I thought this was me looking at trends going, I wonder. I've already got my pick in for the week for the national championship, which is, of course, going to win. I think the Thunder are definitely tanking, and I want to pick the team versus the Thunder every time, and I'll just do that the rest of the week in my head. So here's what happened, Mr. Stephen Mann. Here's what happened. Now, the game live, doesn't matter what the spread was.
Holy shit.
It was better than whatever that spread was, okay? That's a lot of points. That's 48 points.
48.
There's no way the spread was 48 points in basketball. There's no way.
There's no way.
All right, so the following game after that Detroit game that I was thinking that, Charlotte came into Oklahoma City. Charlotte came into the game, and they were favored by 5.5. Right? You're thinking, Charlotte's okay. They're teetering on a playoff team. They've got one of them balls.
They're a first round, second round.
They have
They
a
got
ball
one
on
ball.
their team. They got one ball on their team.
Well, not for this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be out.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, oh, Charlotte somehow wins that game 113 to 102. That's an 11-point victory. After that, the Cleveland Cavaliers, this just in, they suck. They got one good guy on their team, the point guard from Alabama.
Sexton.
Colin Sexton. Right? They're coming into Oklahoma City by 2.5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, take Cleveland. Why not? Cleveland wins 129 to 102. Quick math. That's 27 points.
So this is you're never gonna pick the underdog. Is what I'm hearing.
Not in this case.
No.
What was the spread? The 76ers were favored by 10. That's a lot of points in
a lot.
NBA basketball.
Well,
You can't take the 76. That's a lot of points. 76ers win 117 to 93. That's 24 points, ladies and gentlemen.
I say be careful. They're not going to lose every game. They're going to be due a win every now and then. So if you're going to be picking
Yeah,
the
but
Thunder every time,
if you're betting every time, you're still going to win overall.
I'm going to go undefeated for the rest of my life, for God's sakes. But here's what I will say today. There's 4 Thunder games this week. You can do whatever you want.
Build 4 more houses.
There are 4 Thunder games this week. Okay? Tuesday, they go to Utah.
they're going to lose that.
Last time I checked, Utah has the best record in the NBA. On Friday, Oklahoma City goes back to Detroit to hand them back that ass whooping that they got from Detroit. They're going to get that revenge.
That game's a toss-up.
And then next Sunday, week from today, they go to Toronto and take on the Raptors. That's the 4 Thunder games this week. But I'm not going to say, for my official pick, I'm not going to tell you 4 games. Take the Thunder or against the Thunder on 4 games. I'm not going to do that.
That's smart.
I could, and I bet you I would get at least 3 out of the 4.
Probably.
I'd be willing to bet the game. The fact that they're tanking, the fact that they're flying to Utah, West Coast time frame,
Late game.
about to get their ass handed to them by Utah, the best record in the
Are
NBA,
you honestly about to make the easiest pick out of the 4?
easily.
Okay.
Take the Golden State Warriors in
Whatever the
Oklahoma City. Well, the spread's not even up yet. I don't care what.
Okay.
They're coming off of a flight back from Utah, just playing the night before into Oklahoma City on a team that's tanking. And you're telling me Golden State's not going to come in and win by 20 or maybe it'll be 10.
I don't think it'll be 10. I don't think the 76ers. I don't think Golden State's as good as 76ers.
Steph Curry's going to go off.
Well, he's gonna go off. Yes.
Take the Golden State Warriors. That's my official pick. Wednesday night, Golden State against the Thunder. And watch the trend this week. You might be thinking, these guys are idiots talk sports. Watch the trend. We just told you 5 in a row, and I'm telling you, you could probably bet
The money.
those. Yeah, you're in those that are struggling with math. Okay.
You're STEMmy.
If you got some Biden bucks left, I just finally got mine.
Gonna put some money out there, Mr. Del Fuego?
Maybe I'm a bit arrogant. I'm just saying, feeling a little streaky right now. Anyway, that's my official take. You can take all 4 games if you want, win 3 out of the 4, or all 4, or you can take the 1 game. Wednesday night, Golden State Warriors. Take the Golden State Warriors to cover whatever the spread ends up being against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, the way I won't even say that. I just take Golden State Wednesday. There's my official pick.
With that, I think you could. I mean, it's like you could have picked that Utah was gonna destroy the Thunder.
I could have done
That's what I thought you were gonna do at first. That's an easy pick.
The Thunder have had 2 days off going into Utah. Yeah. Maybe they give it all they got, Captain. On all right.
You could have went the really tough route and said the Pistons were gonna beat them. That would have been the tough route.
Just whatever that spread would be.
Yeah, but no. You made the right choice.
It's so far in advance. We don't even know what the spread of the Utah game is going to be.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I was looking that up too. Put it all on that, okay? I'm here for financial advice all the time.
You'll be here all week.
I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
All right, we got 2 things left to do, right?
We got a couple of things to do. Things are getting interesting. Yeah, time is a ticking. Okay, so I need to let you know we are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as TITS. We are brought to you in part by some great sponsors. We talked about Van Packs earlier. We are also brought to you in part by Jaeger. Jaeger. Fun fact: Jägermeister is what is called a digestif meal. Is drink a word?
Drank?
Okay.
Yeah.
Before a meal to stimulate appetite. So it's like an hors d'oeuvre, but that you drink and it tastes like asshole. There you go. Well, we've
Try it
all
on the
had it
show.
together.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to do that again sometime. Not today.
Not today.
I need to be coherent today. Just today, though. Also brought to you in part by Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick, the actor.
Yeah.
Everybody else said no. Who we got left? Matthew Broderick. Am I right? Also brought to you in part by Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick, true statement. Broderick has won 2 Tony Awards. And anyway, fan favorite, also brought to you in part by Nihilism.
Fan favorite.
About right.
Oh, my favorite one is Rectum. They never killed him.
Let's see. You want to talk about the Minnesota town calling out 911 for their poop or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park. But I don't think we should make that park.
Like, these are lessons that we've already learned through cinema?
Yeah, we already
do that
know.
shit all the time, though. Like, we've already made an IA female robot, and we've seen... How many times have we seen Terminator? You know? Not that Terminator was a female robot, but come on. It's the same concept, right?
Well, I mean, like, having robots inventing robots is kind of inevitable because we already kind of have them and they help, whatever. If you're like, why would you do it? There's really no reason. Just the fact that you can do it, we should. No, you shouldn't.
Yeah. Max Hodak, the Neuralink co-founder, who recently made headlines for suggesting that a religion that incorporates drugs and that his company's brain-computer interface would revolutionize gaming, is back. He's got a lot to say, apparently.
That was. I don't even know what he meant by anything he just
said. Jurassic Park. Quote, we could probably build Jurassic Park if we wanted to. See, this doesn't sound...
So, this guy doesn't even know.
This doesn't even sound as, with Elon... Elon, it sounds like Elon Musk is about to make it to Mars quicker than this guy.
Screw this guy. No,
Kodak tweeted on Saturday, wouldn't be genetically authentic dinosaurs, but... Whatever. Anyway, then shrugging emoji. Anyway, maybe 15 years of breeding / You're right. Let's go back to Minnesota. Clickbait. Let's go back. It was clickbait. Let's go back to Minnesota.
Like, he legitimately has no idea what he's talking about. He's like, oh, they should just do it and make it.
I believe it's possible. Like, okay, get out of here.
You don't even know.
Universal Studios.
He goes to Orlando one weekend, and yeah, it's an issue. All right. So in Minnesota, the city of Plymouth, Minnesota, is cracking down on pet owners.
How bad is a problem was this then? Like, does each neighbor
how
go?
low is their crime rate?
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I think that's
the resources.
I think that's the issue. I think that's what we point to there. Is they're so bored. Oh, dog poop! I know. I stepped in that shit a week ago.
I wonder if someone ran on that as their platform.
First of all, this is 911.
I'll clean up the streets.
Exactly.
This isn't even
dog shit.
I just stepped in some dog shit that the owner didn't obviously pick up.
That's an emergency right there. Like, he's gonna clean his shoes and everything.
Who do you send out in that moment?
Yeah, no kidding.
You're 911.
SWAT team.
Yeah.
We're gonna take that motherfucker out. No, not great. Boom.
Yeah. You know how they're always like, well, let's keep you on the phone. Let's talk you through this as we're sending out the correct authorities.
It's like, I imagine this was Minority Report, and they're about to arrest someone who's about to leave. By the way.
Actually, yes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, this.
It's come to that for me.
I'm happy that you've seen something. God. At this,
Movie.
yeah, I wouldn't say great, but it was okay.
It's not one of his best ones, but I mean, it's Spielberg.
It's not an.
It's Spielberg.
It's not an.
An emergency, and yet this town kind of treats it that way. So how clean and how nice is this town?
Must be nice.
You know.
That's true. You got to the point where like the problem is the dog shit.
And how many?
So, all right.
It seems like you can go back and forth with this. How great and how clean and how amazing is this town? Or how many fucking Karens are in this town?
How many fucking dogs are in this town?
Oh, ooh. Well, they're not stray. I mean, you can't. What are you gonna call 911 on a stray dog? If it's got its tags.
Yeah, when you call, well, that'd
Yeah.
be a dog, that'd be pet control, dog control, whatever. So what is it? Dog.
Yeah. So
Dogs, just saying.
So yeah, you've got choices to make as a 911. I wonder how many operators they got. If that's what you're calling in on, it's dog poop. I mean, 911. What's your emergency?
What's the penalty?
I got a house on fire. Man, that sucks. Somebody didn't pick up their dog poop at the local park.
Oh, this is a hard
Shit.
one.
Top part.
You know, that's a good question. I'm looking
Community
to see.
service?
That counts.
70.
My email. Does she know about this show?
I don't think so.
So we can talk about her then.
I have find too many, but that's all right.
Oh my gosh, look at her. She is small town. She looks like she's from Plymouth, Minnesota. Look at her.
She's just adorable.
She would call in on somebody with dog poop. Well, no, honestly, she looks too nice for that. Honestly. That was a cute.
Until the camera stops.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding.
I want to so bad. I gotta control myself.
Good timing, Rachel. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. That's her fault. I wouldn't have known about it had she not called. And I feel like we've had a good show today. Great topics, some humorous topics. Also, we've engaged a little bit into the social climate a bit.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know, we've had.
Interesting.
I feel like we've had some intelligent discussion. Dare I say?
Coming from two idiots, the best we could do.
It's the best we could do. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But the bell, subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. You're not thinking we're meh. Come on, we're better than meh. Shit.
Yeah, we're definitely better than that.
Jesus. Come on, man. It's either watch us or play Monopoly. Am I right? Look, click the bell, subscribe. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. We have got March Mademoiselle Madness. This week, our focus is on singers. And we've also got Taco Truck Review, which is coming out Taco Tuesday. This Tuesday. You love tacos? We love some tacos.
Oh, we love tacos.
Oh, shit.
Shit, baby.
Shit, baby. We love us some tacos. Taco Tuesday. We got Tits Taco Review. That's coming up this week. All sorts of different videos that you get to watch. So subscribe, get notified, and it's time for a happy ending. We're going to leave you with a teaser. And this goes along with the March Mademoiselle Madness with the focus on singers. In this particular case, our happy ending is with
Madison Beer.
Thank you, Madison Beer.
There she is.
Got famous on TikTok.
The TikTok,
Yeah, right.
because not quite there yet.
You still haven't.
But here's a happy ending of Madison Beer. Again, thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back next week. Be looking out for all of our different episodes. Again, like I said, Taco Truck Review, March Madness. I can't even talk anymore. Fuego, Stephen Mance.